Hey everyone, my name is Mig, and it's another week of a weekly game jam. In this case, this one's a weekly game jam 194 with the theme of Tiny Ship. So for this theme, I took my time kind of deciding on what to go with. I was gonna go with maybe a puzzle, but then I said no, I already did a puzzle. So I haven't done like a top-down shooter, even a bullet hell shooter. That sounds like a good idea. So in here on this video, I'll show you guys kind of like what game design I did and how I came about my ideas and how to actually, make a better bullet game. For game design, what I like to do is look up examples of games that, maybe were successful in the past or were kind of popular in the day. They could be old games or new games, typically like maybe an NES game or a Flash game. And then for my example for Tiny Ships, I went with Frantic Frigates. And this was actually an old Flash game that I played way back in the days in Newgrounds. I loved the feel of it. I enjoyed, how it had anchors for like a UI for HP. Some of the enemies were really cool where they would shoot, all over the place. And I said, oh, this example would be perfect for my game. So what I did is kind of mock it a little bit, and instead of using kind of like how it uses gold in here, I went with specials. And I said, oh, I know what I can do. I can use rapid fire and spread fire as my specials. For the game design, I didn't want the player to be standing in one direction and just be able to shoot all the enemies in the area. So besides having the enemies, just doing like a bullet hell type of game, getting the player to move, I also wanted the player to feel incentivized to move. So in this case, I created an arrow indicator or arrow locator. So anytime the special would spawn, it would point to the direction that the special was located, and it will follow the ship according to where you're moving. And in that similar way, the Flash game used treasure chests, and in my case, I use a treasure, or actually a special. And the treasure, or I should say the special, could be in either HP, a rapid fire, or a spread fire. Since this is going to be a survival type of game, I figured the player would want to have a pause button. So what I did is, on the top right corner, I created a settings section. And on that top right, the player could pause the game, but also at the same time could lower the volume or the sounds. And it does show you how to play. And the idea was, I know I had a lot of users comment back and give me feedback saying like maybe the sounds were too high, if there was a way to lower the sounds or actually lower the music. So I did an option as long as pausing the game and showing you how to play as well. The challenging aspect to the game that I wanted to do was coming up with a smart enemy, kind of like a smart AI enemy. I wanted the game to start out kind of slow, easy, type of enemy, and then later on come up with harder enemies like I did, where the first patrol ships would come up, they would kind of miss or kind of shoot at you indirectly. But later on, the cruisers, they would kind of use their spread fires. And later on, the battleships would use kind of like a homing missile. So as you play through the game, it progresses, kind of making it a little bit more difficult to play through. I wanted the enemies really to follow you around, but I wanted them more spread apart. So that was a little bit more challenging. I think later on maybe I'll change more of the enemy AI, kind of maybe circle you instead, or kind of try to avoid you, not go so directly straight forward towards you, and have more of a curvier movement. And that was my weekly game jam for 194 Tiny Ship. It took me about kind of 3 days actually to make this game. I did it really quick. I had something already in mind, and like I said, that example Flash game really helped a lot. So I was able to build everything from scratch, all the sprites, the music and audio, of course, I didn't get, but everything else, yeah, I just did on my own, and I actually really did enjoy this game jam, and I'm looking forward more to game jams. And if you guys liked this video and would like to see more of my game development, just hit a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.